Hi, good evening. My name is Gabriela Sanchez. Today is Wednesday, December the 16th, 2020. Today I'm going to be doing my HOL lab. It's Kirby-Bauer diffusion test. I've already prepared my agar plate, and I've separated it into the three different penicillin, gentamicin, and the other antibiotic. You see an extra line here only because I was trying to make it as even as possible. So I have this prepared. It's not as much as agar as I would like it to be, only because I used a portion of it on another experiment. So I was left with a little bit, but I was still able to cover the whole tray. I have gathered my materials for this experiment. I have the L-shaped stick here. I have my tweezers and the pipette, and they're soaking in alcohol. So I have those here. I have my active S. epidermidis culture that I'll be using for this experiment. I have my goggles, my gloves, and I have my mask here as well. And I also have my antibiotic discs. The only thing that I am missing is my apron. I have discarded it already, so I'm using a long sleeve shirt that I will be discarding after my experiment. So I've already wiped down my surface, my work area with 10% bleach solution. And like I said, I've already soaked my materials that need to be soaked. They've been soaking for a few minutes. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, since I have everything already labeled, I'm gonna light my candle. And this is used to disinfect the rim of the active culture that we'll be using. What I'm going to do next is, with the pipette that has been soaking, I'm gonna shake it from any excess alcohol that may be in it. And I'm gonna grab my active S. epidermidis culture, active culture. Once I uncap it, I'm gonna hold it through the flame, and I'm not sure if you could see that here. I'm gonna pass it through the flame to sterilize. And I'm gonna, with my pipette, I'm gonna draw up about 1/2 ml of the broth. And I'm going to pipette 8 drops in the center of the agar plate. My agar is a little clumpy because I was trying to get as much out of it, and I don't know that I shook it. I tried to get it to liquefy as much as possible, but it still came out a little lumpy, but it should be able to still serve its purpose. So I'm gonna pipette, and I'm gonna do 8 drops in the center of the tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And now this is gonna be soaking in bleach so that it's away and disinfected from everything. So this I'm going to put into the bleach. And before I recap this, I'm going to pass it through the flame again. All right. Before I recap it. Now I'm gonna grab the L-shaped spreader, and this is here, and I'm gonna make sure that I only touch the straight end of it, not the L-shaped part of it. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to spread the broth that I just pipette on the tray. I'm going to spread it among the whole plate. So try and do that to the best of my abilities. Again, my agar is a little clumpy, so I'm just going to try and to spread out it out. Okay, now once I have done that, I try to spread out the broth to the best of my ability. I'm gonna recap the tray. This is gonna go in a bucket of bleach as well, and we'll be discarding this. Now that I'm done with this, I'm going to extinguish my candle. I'm gonna let the agar sit for about 2 hours so that the broth is absorbed by the agar. Once it's been absorbed by the agar, I'm thinking it shouldn't take that long because it's not that much agar. I try to spread out the broth as much as possible. But once I've done that, I'm going to then place one of the antibiotic discs in their designated area. And I'm going to make sure that I place it there, that it sticks okay. And then that's going to, once I've done that, I'm going to incubate for about 12 hours. So it's going to be a little bit before I'm able to do that, since I have to let this sit for about 30 minutes or so. Once I've done that, I'll do another video to kind of see where I'm at. So that concludes my video for today. I've recapped it. Now we're just waiting before we put the antibiotic discs on there. Okay, thanks.